Ladies and gentlemen, let us review this. First of all, this one's called Vision Martial Arts Center. It's part of why they fumed me and they blinded me, not the people at the school per se, but society in general, because they do things symbolically quite often. They have some kind of weird occult mentality in that regard. As we explore this, it'll become clear to you that that's the case. Think about Crowley dressed like an Egyptian, right? And here we have Tatib. Notice how these guys look like some kind of LGBT twist or version of the Egyptians, who look a lot more like me and not like these short, kind of effeminate looking people. Okay, Tatib is the Egyptian term for a traditional stick fighting martial art, originally named Fan a Nazaha wa Tatib. The art of being straight and honest through the use of the stick, and aha can mean the fighter, the warrior, okay, what have you. Like Hor aha, Horus the fighter. Okay, so it's Fan Naha wa Tatib. Okay, the art of being straight and honest through the use of the stick, the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus, the cross of two sticks, crucified on the cross, the tree of life, the tree of knowledge, right? The sticks. Okay. The successful warrior is the average man with laser focus. Okay, obviously the top martial arts ever is not the average man. I outwit them and then out-hit them. So that was Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali, right? He outwits them, then he out-hits them. Some kind of Chinese kung fu movie quoted by some rappers called the Wu-Tang Clan. A sword fight is like a game of chess. You must think first before you move. Okay, so it's very much talking about thinking, vision, the way, the truth, and the life. Here we have, this was made by someone else. You can tell that, I don't do things this way. You look at my pictures I post. MMA versus martial art, right? MMA, it says cage fighting, ground and pound, barbaric, bloody, brutal, masters of none. Okay, so the MMA guy cannot be the top martial artist because he's not a master. A master of what, right? Discipline, respect, tenacity, obedience, integrity, loyalty, masters of body, mind, and spirit, which means the other martial art principles like timing, focus, honor, heart, will, what have you, right? Intensity. So you see this guy looks like a humble guy compared to that guy. Again, there's a difference between a martial art teacher, okay, and the top martial arts ever, who is the king of kings. I'm not supposed to look like that guy or either of these guys, and I'm not supposed to have their philosophy. I have the grace from God. That's why they edit my voice and my images to make it so I sound more like an average American nerd or something. When my dad is Nigerian, he's a big guy growing up, 250 pounds or so, all muscle, basically, right? Brain surgeon, okay, 6'4", okay? So intense, Nigerian, brilliant guy, so on and so forth. So these guys are not the same as me. No one is. Not even Ali. My dad was more intense than Ali and much more intelligent than Ali, who was also a martial artist. Ali did martial arts. He had a black belt, I believe, and so he wasn't just a champion boxer. So this is all about martial arts, and of course, common like in Taekwondo and other, FMA. You see the sticks fighting, right? Also in Kung Fu, they have various weapons. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so pretty straightforward. We can all agree on it. That mind, body, and spirit. So you believe some yoga person, New Age yoga, for example. You believe some hippie in the woods, some circus arts, gypsy, acrobat type? Do you believe, artists? Do you believe, these people come in Pilates and all this stuff? Okay, or, and hippies? Or is the top martial artist ever the master of the body, mind, and spirit? So they're just making a fool of themselves, trying to sabotage them. Trying to sabotage me. Do you believe these people who sabotage everyone? Trump, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, corporations, corporate sabotage, espionage, military, police harassment, government harassment, psychiatric harassment? Do you believe all these shrinks and corrupt officials of a corrupt state and corrupt corporations, and the people who own Facebook and YouTube and and the bootlickers they plan from their extended network, right? It's called social networking. You think the people who own these social networking sites don't have an extensive social network when it's called social networking? Okay? So it's pretty straightforward that I'm right. When they don't present a viable counterargument to the top martial artist being God's son, okay, they've conceded a million times over. Or when they try to put some Jewish guys, some white guys, some LGBT token minority, we know these guys aren't going to be the top martial arts. Okay, Africans did martial arts before everyone else, black Africans, for many, many years. Okay, these guys basically, took it on later because if we look at the history of things, these guys went far away from Africa, which was the pressure cooker for martial arts. So the top martial arts is going to be of a black African patriarchal line. Okay, and when it mixes with a white person's line, I'm the last one due to tech breeding, ill-gotten gains, everything else is just fallacy, fantasy, fraudulent. Okay, then we're going to see a certain body structure that we don't see before. That's kind of what we'd expect, hybrid, higher logic. Okay, and that's what has occurred here. And there's no shortage of jealous people. People are crypto Jewish lines, crypto white, or other black mulattoes. We see even everyone else is not like me, and they want to confuse that. People from their groups at least want to confuse that, and they've come together to sabotage me. Because when you say something like you're the master of body, mind, and spirit, and there's taekwondo, there's hapkido, there's aikido, there's judo, there's jujitsu, okay, karate and capoeira and on and on and on. All these guys, and they have ethnic kind of ties, right? Chinese kung fu, ethnic kind of attachments, and they have sub branches: Shaolin, Hung Gar, Wing Chun, okay, and so on and so forth. So they're attached to their particular family lineage in martial arts. Okay, you'd expect that some of these people are going to do the Tanya Harding thing, and they're going to sabotage you. And when you make a challenge that's at up to $10 million, pay nothing if you lose, it's going on 9, 10 years, okay, and they can't beat you, you'd expect them to play stupid. And who owns, who's good at technology, right? Whites, Jews, Asians, token minorities, LGBT, and yes, they're hacking my phone. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, right? No brainer. It could be no other way. And of course, even has Vision Martial Arts. They're going on, change your point of view, vi/you, view, change your point of view. Okay, Vision, Vi's I on, and on is Ra's call center. In the Bible, Genesis 41:45, the priestess of On, Asana, daughter of Potipharah. Okay, and that was in Egypt. And Moses learned the ways of the Egyptians, is what it says in the Old Testament, Genesis, Exodus. You read about this stuff and you say, Moses learned the ways of the Egyptians. He learned and became a man who was powerful in speech and action. Okay, and that includes in action-based speech, that includes in martial arts, right? An action figure, right? G.I. Joe action figure with the kung fu grip, right? Action, okay? And of course, not to be confused with circus arts, lights, camera, action. Pretty straightforward, right?